So help me welcome our featured guest. He's an expert on conscious intelligence. In fact, he's the author of the book, Conscious Intelligence, and a prolific author, speaker, futurist, entrepreneur, businessman, first responder, martial artist, philanthropist, and competitive open water swimmer. He's a book author and public speaker speaking on conscious intelligence. My guest today is Eric Ehrenstoft. Eric, thank you so much for joining us today.
Great to be here.
Well, I know, especially with the book Conscious Intelligence, that's why I was so excited to bring you on the show, Conscious Millionaire. I know from all of our conversations we've been having, you are absolutely on a mission to make a difference. What's that positive impact or transformation that you want to help your customers or clients achieve?
Well, first and foremost, I determined and created the framework of conscious intelligence to really help people gain mastery over their circumstances. And when you think about circumstances, it's not just the things happening around you, it's the things that are happening inside of you, how we may be reactive rather than responsive. So whether you apply that to business in this high pressure and high anxiety time, and in these types of circumstances, or whether it's at home or in relationships, it really applies across the board in your life. So conscious intelligence really applies to gaining mastery over our circumstances in every way, respect.
I'm always curious about the journey that entrepreneurs take, and especially, entrepreneurs like yourself who've made millions of dollars, and now you're in this position of going out and creating this huge brand around conscious intelligence, speaking all over the world, doing trainings, workshops, building products. What was it that brought you to conscious intelligence? Just like for me, there's a journey that got me to Conscious Millionaire. Yeah. What was the journey that got you to conscious intelligence?
Oh, I didn't realize this radio show was like 3 hours long. It's my entire life. And of course, I can't encapsulate it all here. But I think, some of the things that you mentioned, being a lifelong athlete and the adversity as a child, but also being both having worked in corporate America and Fortune 100 companies, as well as being an entrepreneur and a philanthropist, and living and working in the Far East, as well as in Europe and in Western and Eastern cultures. All of these things inform who I am, and and that and my incessant curiosity has really had me study and learn and try to determine why there's so many challenges and why there's so much miscommunication in this world, and why we can sometimes really freeze or react in our circumstances rather than really gain mastery and respond. And these can be very crucial times. If you have an important client, if you're about to go out on a pitch, or if there's a lot of things going on and you got to bring it to your company every day and generate revenue and continue to connect with your clients, connect with your employees, have your products and services connect with the world. All these things create a lot of pressure, and being able to really, really address and gain mastery over those so that we can best apply those practices to our everyday lives and to our companies. That's really what has driven me and informed what I'm doing and why I put this book together. Somebody once said, if you can't find a book like this anywhere in the library or anywhere in a bookstore, it's yours to write. So I couldn't find anything like this, not with this approach. It's secular, not religious or spiritual, even though it's probably the most spiritual, non-spiritual book you'll ever read. But there's not anything like this. And so I created it. And that was just short of a decade it's taken me to do this. So it's been my Everest.